That's not necessarily the case. I think it's more of a complex system, and I'm curious about, like, you've been doing a lot of years of work thinking about technology and then its subsequent impact on the communities in which they're using that technology. How have you approached those problems when trying to adjust the technology to do the thing you want it to do within the social impact?
I mean, that's something that, like, if I could go back in time, I would do everything differently. Because I think a lot of the way we approach things is still very kind of we take a very deterministic approach, and you can see that with. I think Ethereum is quite good in terms of like the fact that there is a distinct lack of arrogance and a willingness to embrace the fact that we don't really have everything solved. And I think that that part of Ethereum culture is great. So what I've observed is like, especially around like the effects of MEV, which I suppose has really only been understood concretely for the past kind of 5 year, or has been studied concretely for the past 5 years. And you can see how, like, as you said, when you give a certain amount of agency to individual actors in the system, how in aggregate it creates this unintended consequences, which subvert the original purpose of the system. Ethereum was supposed to be like decentralized, and over time, then you have like all of these individuals who have complete agency over, what they do with the transactions they submit, and the on aggregate creates, a very very centralized system with like two block builders, um, and I think the Ethereum community has responded really well to that in terms of like, again, from the whole going back to complexity theory, like how do you kind of sense and respond, and I think they've done that really really well. But yeah, I mean, it's just a kind of like almost like an insolvable problem. It's like a almost like a problem that you steward rather than solve.